Alright, time to break down the Thursday night football that happened last night between the New York Jets and New England Patriots. Both are 1-0 coming into this game. Both winning in ugly, stellar fashion. Jets winning off a bad personal foul penalty by Levante David that cost the Bucs the game against the Jets. And the other one, the Patriots just barely escaped Buffalo with a game-winning field goal as time expired. So here these two teams are 1-0 at Foxborough. And Tom Brady got out to a pretty fast, efficient start as the Jets had a major breakdown on defense, which caused Dobson to get an easy 39-yard touchdown, made it 7-0. And then the Jets will respond by a Stephen Hill fumble, which gives the Patriots excellent field position. But unfortunately for them, a pass to Kimbrell Tompkins went incomplete in the goal line. It forced the Patriots to kick another field goal, making it only 10-0 instead of potentially 14-0. So the Jets dodged a little bit of a bullet there. And so the Patriots would then move on, and they would drive down the field but only get a field goal out of it. And I thought Geno Smith really played in decent first half. I mean, he kept them in it the whole game, but back on subject, the Patriot, and then you thought after the first quarter it was 10-3, you thought, okay, maybe there would be a little bit more scoring. I mean, maybe this won't be a defensive fest, but the only score that happened was another field goal. And it was just a major defensive game between the Jets and Patriots, as it's just been 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It would be a 13-3 New England at half. And in the third quarter, the Jets would end up driving all the way down the field, end up with a Bilal Powell touchdown, making it 13-10. And we're going to head to the fourth quarter, and once again, we're 3 and out, 3 and out. And then about 5 minutes left, Geno Smith hasn't thrown a pick all game, and then he throws a very tough pick, and it was picked off by Aqib Talib on a very, very tough play. I mean, it could have gone either way, whether it could have gone to Santonio Holmes or Talib, but Talib just snatched it out of the hands, and that causes Geno Smith's first turnover. Patriots didn't do anything after that. And then the Jets go back out again, and then he throws another pick, this time to Denard. And what all game they've been doing like short passes, or they've just been running the ball. And my question is, why did they stop running the football, or if anything, put in some play action? Because running the ball was actually working. They ended up with 129 yards on the ground, which is pretty good. But they kept throwing it downfield, and they did it again for a third time. And, of course, Geno Smith got picked off again. So in the last 5-6 minutes of the game, Geno Smith was picked off 3 times, where in the first 45 minutes he got picked off 0. And Tom Brady's offense couldn't do anything about it. Well, the last interception he didn't have to because it was like 40 seconds left, and 2 Jets got ejected for trying to cause havoc and try to start a fight, and it ended up getting them ejected. Not that they really wanted to see the last 40 seconds anyway, because the game was all it really was a kneel down, unless they were preying on a fumbled snap by Tom Brady. But the Patriots ended up winning 13-10 in ugly fashion. Patriots had a lot of drops, especially from Dobson and Tompkins, 2 of their rookie upstarts who have to start due to injuries and transactions. Remember, Welker's not there anymore. Gronkowski didn't play. I think he's going to come back next couple weeks or so. They need him bad because that offense is lacking. I mean, they can't go to Julian Edelman constantly every game, although he set a career high in receptions with 13 catches, 78 yards. But they need Gronkowski back, and it showed in this game as well. I mean, it's not to discredit the Jets defense. I thought the Jets defense played really well. And I know the game conditions weren't that great in the second half, as there was a lot of heavy rain, which kind of affects passing a little bit, but it's still no excuse for your guy. I know you're young. I know you're drafted, but you got to earn that paycheck, and Tom Brady wasn't really happy at all, and I can't blame him. I mean, there was some potentially drops that could have been huge gains or even touchdowns. Like, one of them was really critical from Dobson because he broke open he was about 8 yards ahead of his own defender. Could have been a great catch and gotten the Jets red zone, but instead they had to punt the next play. And Tom Brady had one of his worst QBR, really one of his worst games in quite some time. He was only 19 of 39, 185 yards and a touchdown. He didn't throw any picks or fumbles, so that's good for his part. Stephon really was held to only 40 yards rushing and 16 carries, and there wasn't really much going on in the ground game for New England. The Jets, Chris Ivory had a great second game after struggling the first game. He had 52 yards, Bilal Powell had 48 yards and a touchdown. Geno Smith ended up throwing for 214 yards on 15 of 35 passing, but he threw 3 picks in the fourth quarter, and that's what costed him. And not to mention, he got sacked 4 times. So the Jets 1-1, but should I say this is an encouraging loss? Maybe. I would think so. I mean, they held their ground. I mean, they're only 1-1, only 1 game back behind first place. But although they're supposed to be predicted in the bottom of the barrel in terms of NFL rankings, so but you never know. But they got to focus on next week to take on another rookie quarterback, E.J. Manuel. Meanwhile, the Patriots have a date with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at home at Gillette Stadium again, and that's it. Well, that's all for today. Come back on Sunday as I review the games.